Hello my dear students, here's again your computer Wunsam, and today we are going to look at programming in Minecraft. You know, Minecraft is just a beautiful game where you can do anything, build anything and think about everything that is imaginable. For instance, if you have swimming chickens, that's absolutely possible in Minecraft Education, while they're swimming with squids here. Minecraft Education is nice because it allows you to create so much more, something amazing, something beautiful, or something absolutely chaotic. In this case, for instance, I've made some plates here with a code I created. However, we're going into this a little bit deeper. Our goal for today is that we want to skip this lake here by making a golden bridge. To make the golden bridge, we can use some mods, we can use some of these blocks like gold blocks and put them step by step in here. So here, and then to the next, and then to the next. However, it takes a load of time. So what we need to do is we need to program it. And to program it, you have to press the C button. This opens this specific window here. Pressing the C button, you can check what editor you want to use. An editor is some sort of programming collection with all of the specific commands you require for your own programming. And in this case, you can use MakeCode, a normal notepad, or Tinker. If you have already some experience with Tinker, you can absolutely use this. However, I would incline you to use Microsoft MakeCode because it lets you code in Minecraft in blocks, Python or JavaScript. And using blocks is one of the easiest way to learn programming. As you can see, there are some interesting tutorials here which you can try out. Agent Farm, Agent Fence, Mega Jump, and so on and so forth. By the way, the agent is this little guy that just spawned when I'm pressing the C button for the first time. He's some sort of robot which you can use. Say, hello agent, and then you can also put some things in him. However, this isn't important for the moment, I just gave him some flowers. As you can see in the upper left corner, you can also see that there are two coordinates. You can enable then in the menu, pressing escape, and then into settings. There in the general settings you can change if you want to see the coordinates or not. Now it starts raining. Before we are getting way too wet, let's start with programming. To start programming, like I said, press C, and now we are going to make a new project, and this new project we are calling it the Golden Walk. The Golden Walk is just a simple project that makes sure that we can walk over this thing without getting wet, which could be a little bit of a problem since it's raining. However, I think it's quite nice to do this if we can understand how it works. Programming usually starts with the blocks here. However, you can choose any other command here, for instance using Python or using JavaScript if you want to use some more sophisticated programming. However, it is more than enough to use the simple blocks here. I have to show you how it works here. Here's the onStart command. This means if you call this command when you're doing something on the start. So if you're starting this program on this little green button here, then something happens. I will show it to you. I'm using the blocks command. Let's place this dirt block at 0, 0, 0. And then we are putting this on the onStart command. Maybe I use another block, like I'll use wet sand. And now I press play. And as you can see, it will spawn a wet sand block exactly at my position. It simply works because this 0, 0, 0, by the way, is my position. This is my relative position, and my relative position to myself is 0, 0, 0. So this is always this position I have for myself. There's a possibility to use some other positions too. However, for the moment it is more than enough to use just these simple positions. The same thing works for the onChat command. You can use this onChat command 1, place this wet sand here anywhere, and now we can change a little bit of the position. let's say 050. This position namely states that depending on the numbers you're writing, the position will be changed. And now an on-chat command works as follows. As soon as we're getting into the chat and write a specific command, which is 1 in our case, it will spawn a red sand block above us. Let's see it again. 1. As you can see, there's the red sand. Now, however, we don't need the 1 command. We more like need the command which allows us to walk over the ocean, over the lake, without getting in touch with the lake. And to do this, there are some interesting commands in there, some interesting events to be more precise. And one of these interesting events is here, this on-player walk. And now, what we can do now is just use this on-player walk, place this red sand block here, in this case, and now let's try what happens. Let's walk a little bit, and as you can see, we are spawning sand blocks over sand blocks over sand blocks. Even our agent will not be safe of them. And since sand blocks are intended to fall, they are falling down. If we're using another block, let's say the block of gold, which we're going to need, as you can see, we are spawning gold blocks above us. And as you can see, I also get some commands here which state that this block can't be placed. This means that the block is just don't be able to place because there are already blocks in there. So this isn't the perfect command which we can use. And now the interesting part is the 050 means that it is here in this specific coordinate from our position, and 050 means it's 5 above us. The left one is for east to west, so if we get -5 and it puts some blocks into the east, let's see where the east is. Is it here? Is it, where is the east? So, it's here. Then you can check it, by the way, if you see my position 5161, and these gold blocks are now in 5166 to 5168. This is the east. If I go positive, it's the west, and here it's the same for north and south. If I go to 5, then there should be some blocks here. Exactly, these are now blocks which are set into the south. I know it doesn't make too perfect sense. However, as you can see, it is quite easy to set these blocks up. However, we want to make a golden walk. And to make a golden walk, you just have to change the position above us. What we need to do now is, instead of writing 5, we're writing -1. Because -1 is exactly below us. And as you can see, we're going to spawn some golden blocks, wherever it doesn't create a glitch which looks too good. Yeah. It's a good start for the beginning, however, it isn't enough. In the on-player walk, we have the first part for the golden walk. It's a golden walk, but we want to make a golden bridge. To make the golden bridge, we need to make sure that the positions are enough for this. What we can do is we can technically use this command again, duplicate it, and then choose any position next to it, and then try to make it correct so it looks quite good. Let's try it again, and now as you can see, it looks quite buggy. It doesn't seem like it is working correctly. But as you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of errors. However, there is another special command which is quite important also for my projects too. I first get rid of these 3 commands because there is a special command that is called blocks fill with. We need the on-player walk. The on-player on-chat command 1 we can ignore. We can put them away by dragging them into here, and then you can see that it's this waste bin, and as soon as I'm leaving the button, you can see it's deleted. Like I said, and it's gone. So now we have to make the bridge. We need the gold block, fill with gold block, and as you can see, if I'm running again, can again get some gold blocks. It's the same command as before, however it's now from to. And this from to means that from this coordinate to this coordinate it will be filled. So if I'm saying 5 to 0, then you will see it will fill it from 5 to 0 and it will create some weird lines. This is already quite a good start, but not perfect, because we need some sort of place where you can put them. So what we can do now, again, 0 is the position where we are, so if we go to -1, then we will be able to create, as you can see, it will create it with 2 levels now. This is the interesting part. Like I said, this is the x coordinate and this is the z coordinate. The east-west coordinate is the x coordinate. The up-down coordinate is the y coordinate. And this is the z coordinate, which is from north to south. Or vice versa. And we can now make it so we are going to create the bridge according to our desire. And as you can see, you can use plus or minus no matter what you want. To make the golden walk so we can use it as a bridge, we need the specific values so it more or less surrounds us. So we can put here 5 and 5. And then let's check it. What happens now? Okay, we are making squares. This looks already quite sophisticated, but not perfect. It's a good way to make towers, but it's not perfect. What we need to change now is maybe that it's only under our feet. Therefore we change the 2 from 0 to -1. If we keep it to -1, we have some good walking. However, if we want to go to this position, as you can see, it works only for a while. So what do we need to change now? The only thing we need to change now is just this 2. We're going to say 2 -5, -5, -1, -5, from 5 to -5. Because this goes from 5 to -5, this means these are the blocks 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. And this from east to west and from north to south. And now let's check. And we are walking and we are making a beautiful golden pathway to our goal. And as you can see, it only works with walking. As soon as I'm running, I'm going to show you. I'm running now. It doesn't work anymore. The reason for this is I'm using the walk program. But now we are nearly on our goal. If I'm walking slowly, slow and steady, then I'm getting to the goal. And now I can jump and I'm landing here. Perfect. This is the basis on how you can use your program here. And one last thing I want to show you. You can see this program here in blocks. However, you can convert this program into a Python command. And this is this little Python command that does everything here with the golden walk. And it's the same here for JavaScript. You can try out your programs as much as you want. And this is a way on how you can do them. I can't wait to see what you're doing with the Minecraft Education Edition. And I'm happy that you were here until the very end. Yours sincerely, Computer Wood.